Vikings stop, 49ers in thriller on Monday Night Football. The Minnesota Vikings held on for a thrilling 27-24 victory over the San Francisco 49ers on Monday Night Football. The game was back and forth all night, with neither team leading by more than 7 points. The Vikings got off to a fast start, scoring touchdowns on their first 2 possessions. Kirk Cousins found rookie wide receiver Jordan Addison for a 25-yard touchdown on the game's opening drive, and then hit tight end Irv Smith-Jr. for a 5-yard touchdown on their next. The 49ers responded with a touchdown of their own early in the second quarter, when Christian McCaffrey punched it in from the 1-yard line. But the Vikings answered right back with a field goal, and then took a 19-7 lead into halftime on a 35-yard touchdown pass from Cousins to Addison. The 49ers came out strong in the second half, scoring a touchdown on their opening drive to cut the Vikings' lead to 19-14. But the Vikings' defense came up with a big play on the next 49ers drive when Cameron Bynum intercepted Trey Lance. The Vikings turned that interception into a field goal to extend their lead to 22-14. But the 49ers wouldn't go away and scored a touchdown on their next drive to tie the game at 22-22. The Vikings took the lead back early in the fourth quarter on a 35-yard field goal by Greg Joseph, but the 49ers responded with a field goal of their own to tie the game at 25-25. The Vikings got the ball back with just over 2 minutes remaining in the game and drove down the field to set up a 49-yard field goal attempt by Joseph. Joseph nailed the kick, and the Vikings held on for the 27-24 victory. Cousins finished the game 35 of 45, passing for 378 yards and 3 touchdowns. Addison had a breakout game, catching 6 passes for 103 yards and 2 touchdowns. McCaffrey had a big game for the 49ers, rushing for 119 yards and a touchdown, and also catching 7 passes for 71 yards. The Vikings defense came up with some big plays in the second half, intercepting Lance twice and forcing a fumble. The Vikings also held the 49ers to just 104 rushing yards. The Vikings improved to 6-1 with the victory and are now tied for the best record in the NFC. The 49ers fell to 4-3 with the loss, but are still in good position to make the playoffs. Vikings cornerback Charvarius Ward intercepts 49ers quarterback Trey Lance on the game's opening drive. Vikings wide receiver Jordan Addison catches a 25-yard touchdown pass from Kirk Cousins on the game's opening drive. Vikings tight end Irv Smith Jr. catches a 5-yard touchdown pass from Cousins. 49ers running back Christian McCaffrey rushes for a 1-yard touchdown. Vikings kicker Greg Joseph hits a 35-yard field goal to give the Vikings a 19-7 lead at halftime. 49ers cornerback Diamador Lenoir intercepts Cousins early in the third quarter. McCaffrey catches a 35-yard touchdown pass from Lance to cut the Vikings' lead to 19-14 early in the third quarter. Vikings safety Cameron Bynum intercepts Lance in the third quarter. Vikings kicker Greg Joseph hits a 35-yard field goal to extend the Vikings' lead to 22-14 in the third quarter. 49ers wide receiver George Kittle catches a 1-yard touchdown pass from Lance to tie the game at 22-22 in the third quarter. Vikings kicker Greg Joseph hits a 35-yard field goal to give the Vikings a 25-22 lead early in the fourth quarter. 49ers kicker Robbie Gould hits a 41-yard field goal to tie the game at 25-25 in the fourth quarter. Vikings kicker Greg Joseph hits a 49-yard field goal to give the Vikings a 27-25 lead with 2:07 remaining in the fourth quarter. Conclusion. The Vikings and 49ers put on a show for Monday Night Football fans, with the Vikings holding on for a thrilling 27-24 victory. Kirk Cousins had a big game for the Vikings, throwing for 378. That's all for today. Stay happy with the next interesting video. Thanks for watching.